There are moments in life when the weight of everything we are going through feels unbearable, and we silently ask ourselves, why is this happening to me? You've prayed, you've cried in the quiet hours of the night, and yet the answer seems hidden behind an unbreakable wall. But what if I told you, nothing you are living is by chance? Every tear, every unanswered question, every sudden turn in your path has been seen by the eyes of God long before you walked through it. And in His perfect wisdom, He is weaving something you cannot yet see, something that will make sense only when the last thread of this chapter is tied. I want to take you into the story of a man named Samuel, a quiet soul who lived an ordinary life until everything he thought was stable crumbled in 1 week. First, he lost his job. Then his closest friend was taken in an accident, and the woman he loved walked away without explanation. Samuel felt as though the heavens were silent. He would walk at night through empty streets, feeling the cold wind cut his face, asking the same question over and over, "Lord, why me?" And in the darkness, he began to feel an even greater darkness creeping into his soul. One night, unable to sleep, Samuel found himself kneeling on the floor, his hands trembling as he whispered a prayer, not for answers, but for strength. That night, he didn't hear a voice, didn't see a light, only a deep, overwhelming peace that wrapped around him like a blanket. The next morning, he received a call from a stranger, a man who said, "I don't know why, but God told me to tell you, hold on, you are exactly where you need to be." Samuel didn't know what to say, but something shifted inside him. The pain was still there, but now it had a strange companion, hope. Weeks passed, and small doors began to open. A neighbor he barely knew offered him a part-time job. A local church invited him to a prayer meeting where he found people who didn't just talk about God, but lived as if they could feel His heartbeat. Slowly, Samuel realized that every loss had pushed him into a place where he had no choice but to lean entirely on God. The job he lost, it freed him from a toxic environment. The friend he mourned, Samuel met his grieving family and became a source of comfort, sharing the very faith he thought he had lost. The relationship that ended, it cleared the way for him to meet someone who would one day walk beside him in a deeper calling. Looking back, Samuel could see it. None of it was coincidence. God had been rearranging his life, removing what could not stay, and planting seeds for a future Samuel couldn't have imagined. The detours, the heartbreaks, the delays, all were part of a divine map leading him to a place of purpose. And maybe, just maybe, the same is happening in your life right now. You think you are lost, but heaven sees exactly where you are. If you are in the middle of confusion, I want you to hear this. God wastes nothing, not your pain, not your tears, not your silent prayers at 3 a.m. Every moment is a thread in the tapestry of your life, and one day you will see the masterpiece He was creating all along. For now, hold on. Keep walking. Keep trusting, because nothing, absolutely nothing you are living is by chance. If these words reached you, it is because the Holy Spirit wanted you to hear them today. Share this message with someone who needs hope right now, and let them know their story is still being written, and the author has not finished the last chapter.